Season 5 is right around the corner, and while we have a lot up on deck that we know of, one thing that we don't quite know a ton of is that mid-season event, the numbers event coming to Warzone and presumably Cold War as well. Except we did get a little bit of information via data mines recently that may point to some hints as to what we can expect. So today, we're going to break down what we know of with this numbers event so far and what you should be aware of. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you looking forward to the most in Season 5? Is there anything in particular you hope comes to either Warzone, Cold War, Modern Warfare? Let me know your thoughts down below. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you drop a like down below. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. And if you are new to the channel and want to stay up to date with all things Season 5 related, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have so much to talk about and so much you won't want to miss. That said, let's jump right into the discussion at hand. So it's kind of odd given that we've seen next to nothing in regards to Season 5 outside of that roadmap and the blog post we got this past Thursday, but at the same time, we press on. Strange that there's some radio silence, but no matter, we still do have some things to talk about going into Season 5's launch here coming up. As prefaced by the intro and the theme of this video, I want to take a little bit of time and detail some information regarding the upcoming numbers event within Season 5. This was first detailed to us on the roadmap this past Thursday and gave us no real pretext or anything like that, and truthfully, this video may open up more questions than provide answers, but I think it's still fascinating and want to share a bit with you. So firstly, a many thanks to Silver Flame Studios who brought this to my attention and asked to see a video on this. Hopefully this is to your liking, as well as to everyone watching this, and many thanks to Bread is Modding and as well Zesty COD Leaks for putting out the information. So to start, Bread is Modding dove into the game files, seemingly in pulling the audio files for the numbers event associated with it. What's strange though is that this is in the game right now, the files there currently, before Season 5's updates. So after that, I'm sure we'll be revisiting this at some point, talking a bit more about what is likely to see of an updated version of this here when more information is readily available in those game files. But for right now, this is what we have. Naturally, I can't play this for you, but the link can be found in the description below if you want to go check it out for yourself, if it's still up and readily available. But the key takeaways to this are you're being talked to by Stitch. These audio lines are all in Stitch's voice, and it seems like it's kind of in like a hallucination or sort of dream sequence state. Something like, hopefully no spoilers here, if you've played the campaign for Cold War, you know exactly what I mean, that drugged sort of state that you're in whenever you're Bell. And to me, it feels reminiscent of the Break On Through mission, where you're being guided by Adler in this drugged state, going into your consciousness, trying to find the red doors, find out who and where Perseus is, what their next move is. It seems like that sort of thing, where the audio kind of fades in and out, and it follows the storyline here that we've seen progress throughout the additional post-launch seasons as the last couple of months. But we end up seeing that of all of these audio quotes, the red doors are referenced, Perseus is right behind this door, there's a numbers sequence detailed here at this, there's a bunch of different things that could be ambiguous, could tie to a larger story like the truth dies with you, now nothing can stop us, Perseus has plans for you, but it also has some interesting things that seem to be direct commands, similar to how you'd see in, say, the Know Your History event. You were tasked with doing certain things, such as hack the terminals and secure the final station, stand guard, secure the room, kill operators who get in your way. So it's a mishmash of everything here in relation to different audio cues, but what's detailed by this in the context is that according to these data miners, the numbers event is not in relation to anything COD 2021, COD Vanguard related at all, but instead is solely related to the Warzone and Cold War storyline. Now, we'll expand a bit further on that in regards to why it makes sense that this isn't part of any reveal for COD 2021, but at the same time, this is incredibly strange as we've never really seen any sort of event like this in Warzone or in Cold War just yet that's just been sole progression of the storyline. When we take a look at the events, some of the big stuff happens within Warzone, so gonna compare with that for a second. The Haunting of Verdansk was a sort of fun last hurrah for Modern Warfare that just embraced the fun factor. There really wasn't anything to it, they just brought in some different licensed franchises and things like that. Rebirth's event, that was the introduction of Rebirth Island. Most of the Easter egg stuff and storyline stuff dealt with Rebirth Island, not much out of that. The Outbreak event, that was bringing zombies into Warzone, progressed the necessary reason why we'd eventually nuke Verdansk, but at the same time, promoted the Outbreak mode in Cold War. Season 3's event was somewhat delayed. We didn't get anything at the dedicated launch of the season because we got that new Warzone map of 1984, but we did see the 80s Action Heroes event at mid-season, which again was just kind of focused on that fun factor, bringing in different franchises into the Call of Duty universe. The Groundfall event, though, that was tethered to the storyline within Season 4, but wasn't necessarily progressing the storyline. It wasn't as much a hands-on approach here. This was kind of just like, okay, we have satellites falling from the sky, here's why, and a cutscene that explained how Stitch crashed them. Season 5's number event, though, looks to entirely progress the storyline based upon these audio quotes, and for that, I'm 1000% here for that. I'm a story geek. I've said it before. I think my favorite part about Cold War hasn't been the multiplayer, hasn't really been the zombies, though that's been fun. It's really just been the story that's been told from front to back here, from the campaign and then what continued on into the multiplayer side of things with the seasonal cutscenes that take place a couple of years after the events of the campaign, progressing that overall throughout the past year. So my only question is, I wonder in what capacity this will be. Will it be a dedicated event like the Know Your History event, like the potential World War II Vanguard reveal event? If so, it'd be a standalone thing, and that'd be pretty cool to see, where we get some major story implications out of it. Or perhaps like the Outbreak event and somewhat like the Haunting of Verdansk, we see this as a sort of slow burn with sporadic audio lines that pop up like the jump scares did, like you're getting those commands from Stitch in-game in real time, just at random moments. Kind of, I guess, like those warnings you ended up getting popping up on screen to avoid certain areas in Season 2 with that Outbreak event as well. Perhaps all building to the reveal of Season 6, because by all accounts, this story should wrap up with the next few months here. But perhaps the most likely, though, and maybe the lesser of the more exciting explanations, is this in relation to an in-game mode for Cold War or Warzone. Those command dialogues, while strange as they seem to be drugged, could be the starting audio for things like the infill audio sequences of specific game modes. I mean, you have things like kill operators who get in your way. That's kind of like Team Deathmatch or any sort of objective mode here at that. Hack the terminals and secure the final station. That could be something in relation to a game mode as well. But right now, we just don't know. Whatever happens though, God, I hope we get something in Warzone in relation to a new Easter egg quest for a blueprint. Those are my favorites to go for. We've had cool things like the Vault Easter egg in Nakatomi Plaza and stuff like that, but realistically, the last blueprint thing, the end game reward you could end up getting, was Season 1. That's been a long time since that introduction of Rebirth Island and the Red Room Milano blueprint. So, Raven, please give us something here with that, especially with how cool the numbers event could be, just with the history of all of it. But anyways, I want to end the video here discussing about how this doesn't relate to the Vanguard event and why that actually kind of makes sense. But before we do, I want to take a second and talk to you guys about my friends over at Gamer Advantage. Now, I've said it time and time again, I genuinely think that if there's a partner I've worked with that's helped me out the most day to day, it's absolutely them. Gamer Advantage is a company that specializes in blue light glasses, and as someone whose job keeps them looking at a monitor for 10 to 12 hours a day for years on end, I've felt the effects of blue light over the years, and I've seen what it's done to my sleeping patterns, level of eye strain, and more. So I've used blue light glasses for years now, but none of them come even close to Gamer Advantage pairs that I have. Normally, blue light glasses just kind of toss in a yellow lens to combat the blue light by just canceling it out, which sure is effective, but also leaves you with this ugly yellow hue for anything you look at. That was a huge game changer with Gamer Advantage, because what you see before you put on the glasses is exactly what you see when you have them on. They have true color tech in the lenses, so no visual distortion whatsoever. Gamer Advantage glasses are comfortable yet durable, and even prescription compatible. And even if you want to go a step further, they even make multivitamins specifically designed for your vision health called eye candy. So if you're even remotely like me, gaming on the PC, or just even looking at your phone for prolonged amounts of time each day, and if you want to learn more, head on over to the link in the description below to learn about them, and if you decide to pick anything up, use code ESPRESSO to get 10% off your entire order. But anyways, let's come back to that Vanguard reveal and how this doesn't have any association with it. As strange as it may sound, I think this actually makes a lot of sense here, and seeing that other people maybe confer with it, even though it is just a theory, it makes me feel a little less crazy. But when you think of sheer timing, all accounts seem to point towards when the Vanguard reveal will be happening, and that is sometime this month. We don't know exactly, but sometime. But if you look at likely when the release of Season 5 Reloaded will be, usually it's about 4 weeks after the launch of the season, and then we have 4 weeks after that. So about 8 weeks to 9 weeks total on a seasonal time frame. Now, if you take that 4 weeks after about a month or so, that wouldn't be until the 9th of September we even get this initially introduced, let alone actually play out. And that's, well, one, outside of August, but two, then makes things way too complicated, I think, for not only just revealing a game in September, but then a month and a half to 2 months later, you're launching a game at that point. Last year, we already were on the brink in terms of packing so much into so little time that I don't think it would really make sense for them to push this back all the way, use that as the springboard, and then make it the reveal for Vanguard. I think that we're going to see Vanguard revealed here within the first half or so of what we see with Season 5. And as strange as that is, because we usually get everything associated with the season in that time frame on the roadmap, I don't think that they're gonna spoil anything here and be like, hey, keep your eyes open, we're gonna show it first via the roadmap. We didn't have that happen with the Cold War reveal within Warzone. That wasn't on the roadmap at all. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the same thing here with this, and this is just going to be a secondary event, actually in-game, not associated with the Vanguard reveal. But I guess we'll see here how everything works out. But for right now, that's where we're at. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this here? Do you think this is going to be something that progresses just the story solely? Do you think it's going to be a new game mode? Do you think it's going to be an event within Warzone? Whatever the case may be, let me know your thoughts on the numbers event. But as well, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, Modern Warfare, even anything Season 5 related. We have so much coming here over the course of the next couple of days, so stick it here so you don't miss a single thing. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to check out a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.